Nerdgasm fans, Jerry here, aka Barnacles, with another unboxing for you guys. I've been trying to up my game a little bit, so I got some new studio lights to replace my old ones that were way too hot. And seriously, in my videos, it was like baking under the sun because they were, I think they were halogen, and oh my god, used 1,000 watts of power. Screw that. So I decided to go with a different option. This time I got a ring light by F&V. It's the HD-R300. It's basically a 300 LED array ring light that you can put on your camera or on a light stand or screw on a tripod. I mean, it's got it's very, very versatile, a million different uses. And to be honest, I even used it when I fixed my computer the other night. I put it on a little itty bitty tripod that I had for like a webcam sitting around here, and it worked great. I just had it shining inside the case. So before we break this open, let me show you what my old lights look like. Alright guys, here's the old lights right here. You can see it's written all over in giant yellow text. Hot caution, hot caution. Yeah, they're not shitting you. This thing will like light you on fire. It has 2 halogen bulbs in it. Flip them on. Let's see. And the color temperature is really warm. And it makes all my videos look incredibly orange. But you can see you can turn them both on. It's a very it is a bright light, but it's the wrong color temperature. Oh, hey, you gonna wake up, computer? Come on. And it produces so much light that even just having it on for that moment, like I could just feel the heat radiating off it. So these, I'm getting rid of. And normally you operate them with an umbrella, because if you just point the light at you, it'll seriously like sizzle your skin. So you almost need the umbrella just as a heat shield. Alright, so now that you've seen what I used to use, let's take a look at the new guy here. So HD-R300 by F&V. Comes with an awesome product certificate of authenticity. I don't know why, but okay. I guess it's probably because there's people on eBay that are creating knockoffs, and you probably don't want a knockoff. I'm just guessing. So opened up, the box is really nice. It's got the light right in front of it. Comes with 2 filters, and you can actually buy additional filters for it, and they just magnetize right on the front. So here's the ring light, and the only other thing in the box is the bracket to hold it, which I need to cut the zip ties on. There we go. Put that carefully back into the box. Very nice. Okay, so now we got our bracket right here, and the light, which we'll take out of the bag. Now the light does not come with an AC adapter, but it does work. You can put an AC adapter on it. It can be anything between 10 and 18 volts. You can buy the AC adapter directly from them, but they were out of stock, unfortunately. Or you can run them off batteries, which is really awesome, because my other lights used 1,000 watts. I would have had to haul around like a wheelbarrow with 3 diesel batteries in it and an AC inverter to run that. With this, it just uses a camcorder battery. It's like a standard Sony camcorder battery that's really cheap and inexpensive. And the filters just magnetize on the front. So here's the warm filter that gives it the same color as my halogen lights. This is just a diffuser so that it's not so bright and obnoxious. But you can even take the diffuser off here. And there's the array of just LEDs. It's incredibly lightweight, but it feels durable. It feels like it's really, really well built. The knob turns very smoothly. And then to mount it, it's got multiple options. You can mount it on professional rigs, you can mount it on a tripod on the bottom, or you can use their bracket, which I will demonstrate right here. Put the little washer back on there. Get on there, washer. So the bracket goes just like this. Cooperate. And the only reason I know how to put one of these together already, other than it just being retardedly simple, is I'm using a light right now. The light that you guys are seeing on me right now, this is one of these. I bought 2 of them so that I could use one as a flood and one as a fill. And you can see right there, it's now on a bracket, and it's got a standard mount for any light stand, so you can mount it on a light stand, and it's got a camera mount, so you can screw the camera onto it with the lens through the center and use it as a functional ring light. I'd give you guys a demonstration of that, but unfortunately I'm using the camera right now that it would work on. So let me go ahead and fire it up and show you guys what it looks like. Let's go ahead and grab a camera battery. All right, so here's the battery. It's also labeled by F&V, but I believe it actually works. Yeah, it's a Sony NP-F770 battery, and this is a 5400 milliamp 40 watt hours. It's 7.4 volts. So you just go ahead and stick it at the top there, snaps in nice and easily. See, you're in. It's not going anywhere. It's got a quick release button. Pull the battery out. Even with the battery, it's still considerably light. I mean, you could walk around with this on a camera. And then you just turn it on. You turn the knob. You can see that's dim. And you can slowly ramp it up. And the knob is very, very smooth. And then that's full brightness right there. Give you an idea. It's actually incredibly bright. It's pretty shocking just how much light they can get out of something like this. Then if you want to change the color temperature, it's actually painful to look at. It's probably hard to tell with the camera because of overexposure and all that, but you do not want to look directly into this thing at full power. Now you put that on it, that changes the light temperature. So now we've got a warmer light, so if you're doing portraits and photography. And then you can buy an additional filter, which I did. It's called the milk white filter. And the problem is, it's really hard to take portraits of people when you're shining this in their face. It's like putting the sun in their eyes. So they made a special filter. Let me go ahead and grab that. So here we have it. This is the milk white filter. You pull this one out, and you can kind of see it's less translucent than these guys. So you put this on there, and now it's much easier to look at. You know, now I can actually look in it. It's still very, very bright. But now it diffuses the light even more, so you can look directly into it. And that way, you can pretty much just set it up anywhere, and it's a nice little fill light. Here's my little tripod I use for like wrapping around tree limbs and stuff outside. This thing's light enough weight that you can mount it right onto a tripod. You basically just take off their adapter, right here, and then on the bottom, it has a screw. I'm gonna turn it off so I stop blinding myself. Got a standard tripod screw mount. So if you're working with like webcams or something like that, and you want to have really, really good lighting on you, you can just set this up however you want. It's light enough that it'll support it. Turn it on. And now you've got another mobile light source that's very powerful. It's as powerful as a studio light you'd plug in, except for now the light's very, very portable. And it looks really good. Now I can't tell, I'm not looking at the exposure settings on the camera, so this is probably overexposing the hell out of me. But if I turn it up just a little bit, that's probably going to add a little bit of color and depth to the frame, kind of better even lighting, better definition around my head. So these lights are actually like an awesome investment. And then I can kind of show you what the color difference. Of course, I've got it white balanced for 5500K, so right now that's going to look really weird. And you can also stack the filters too, if you just want to, you know, do different combinations and play with the light. Or you can just go outside and blind the shit out of your neighbors with it. All right, let's try putting it on the camera and see what it looks like. All right, guys, to shoot this part, I'm having to use the iPhone because I'm using the big camera to show you guys what's going on. And you can see back here I have my light. Here's one of those LED lights that I can manipulate and move around to get the lighting however I want. I even put a gimbal head on it so I can move it around and angle it. So what you want to do now is you take the bracket that came with it right here, and you want to go ahead and screw that into the light. Just, let me see if we can do this. Sometimes I wish I had another pair of hands, guys. Okay, you don't want to get it super tight, but just get the bracket on there. Then bring the camera up, and I got to take this off because it's too big. There you go. Punch it through the center. And then get the tripod nut on the bottom of the camera. Screw that in. And there you have it. A ring light. You were blind. And it's even got a spot down here where you can still mount it on a light pod with the camera attached if you want to do video. or you can just use it as a front mount to kind of hold it stable while you're taking pictures. It's actually really, really cool and really versatile. You can see the LED array there. Turn it down so you can kind of see them. You can turn it down to about 10% brightness at its lowest, and then you can just ramp it up in slow increments until it's like blinding you. And I haven't run a battery dead in it yet. They claim on full power they'll go about an hour on a battery charge, which is actually really, really cool. Oops. Here, get on there. Alright, let me show you how it mounts the light pole. Alright guys, here I have a light pole. It's an 8-footer. It's got a standard head on it. And for this, all you got to do, well, first you got to take this off. Just drop it right on the head. Oh, that's not working like it should. Hold on. Let's see, does that gotta flip around? Maybe that does stay on there. I think that does stay on there. There we go. And there you have a light. Now, the light bracket that comes with it is not tiltable, so either your stand has to have a tilt in it or you have to use a little gimbal head. And I actually, so I could aim the lights better, I actually did buy some gimbal heads. I think that's what they're called, gimbal somethings. Well, it's not really a gimbal, it's more of a, you know, whatever the hell this is, Manfrotto. It's a light, tight swivel plus umbrella adapter. Now this thing's really cool because you basically just screw it onto the top of the light stand and then you can pivot and move it around and aim the light anywhere you want. It also has an umbrella adapter so you can put an actual reflector umbrella, like this one right here. You can actually mount the umbrella right on it, which is actually a really, really neat feature because the umbrella diffuses the light a lot better. So, you know, if you were to come up here and turn the light on, you can see it creates a much softer light that casts, you know, much softer shadows than if it's just full on the light. So, and you know, I've used umbrellas quite a bit in my videos, and I'm starting to get a little bit better with the lighting. You have to admit my videos don't look as shitty as they used to last year. So, I'm getting there, guys. Alright, time to switch back to the big camera, because this iPhone camera sucks. Awesome, guys. Now we're back on the big camera. So here we go. We got the light on the light stand. Let's go ahead and open it up. Just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and just position it over here at a slightly different angle. Power it up, but I'm only going to power it up about 50%. And I'm going to bring it up to about face level. And I don't know, because I can't see the video, guys, but you tell me, does that look better with that lighting that I have? I have kind of a light, a fill light, and then I have, or a floodlight, and then a fill light. It kind of does make things look a little better, doesn't it? Alright guys, well I hope this video gave you a nerdgasm. These lights are absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, I bought 2 of them, the gimbal heads and the stand, so I'll be using these lights alone in all my future videos. Mainly because now I don't have to hurry and film so quickly, because the other lamps got so hot that even with the air conditioner going full tilt, the room would get like to 100 degrees in 10 minutes because they just pumped out. I mean, it was like over 1,000 watts of heat. It was crazy. But these guys, ice cold to the touch. They just get a little bit warm on the backside after running for 15 or 20 minutes. No heat whatsoever. And plus, because they're battery operated and they're lightweight, I can put them anywhere. I can position these things absolutely anywhere to get the best shot, whereas the other ones had giant short power cords on them and put out so much heat you wouldn't want to get them close to you. So I think this is going to be a really, really good direction for the channel. So guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Come on. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, please check them out by all means. A lot of people, I think, watch my really old stuff and they're like, oh yeah, this is stupid. But guys, that was back when I was learning. I mean, check them out. My newer videos, they are getting better. At least I think so. And if you don't think so, subscribe anyways and be ironic and talk about how awesome my videos are, even though you think they suck. So guys, anyways, until next time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys.